Hello, dear students. We are studying linear algebra, and we have started our unit number 4, linear transformation. So this is our lecture number 2, and in this lecture we are going to see properties of linear transformation. In previous video we have seen definition and examples of linear transformation. So let's see properties of linear transformation. Firstly, equality of linear transformation. So, two linear transformations T1 and T2 from a vector space V to a vector space W are equal if T1 operating on U is same as T2 operating on U, and this is true for any vector U in V. So, if this hold, then you can say that the linear transformation to T1 and T2 are equal. Second, sum and scalar multiple of linear transformation. Let T1 and T2 from a vector space V to vector space W be linear transformations. If alpha is any scalar, then number 1, the sum of T1 and T2 is a map T1 plus T2 operate from vector space V to vector space W defined as, so what is the definition of T1 plus T2? So T1 plus T2, so this is a map operating on U is same as T1 operating on U plus T2 operating on U. So the sum is a linear transformation. In second, the scalar multiplication of T1 is a map alpha T1 from V to W, and it is defined as alpha T1 operating on U is alpha outside T1 operating on U. So this is scalar multiplication of T1, and it is again a linear transformation. So sum and scalar multiplication of linear transformation is again a linear transformation. So let's prove this. So we have the sum of T1 and T2. It is denoted as our usual notation T1 plus T2. So T1 plus T2 from V to W. Definition is T1 plus T2 operating on U is T1 operating on U plus T2 operating on U, and we show that T1 plus T2 is a linear transformation. So remember the definition of linear transformation. So that preserves the addition and scalar multiplication. So very first condition for addition. So let U bar and V bar be any vector in a vector space V, and therefore T1 plus T2 operating on U bar plus V bar. So apply the definition of T1 plus T2. So it is T1 operating on this vector U bar plus V bar plus sign is there, and then T2 operating on the vector U bar plus V bar. So we mentioned here the reason by definition of T1 plus T2. Now this T1 is a linear transformation, so that preserves the addition, and therefore this T1 operating on U bar plus V bar is same as T1 operating on U bar plus T1 operating on V bar. Similarly, T2 operating on U bar plus V bar is T2 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on V bar. Reason is T1 and T2 are linear transformation. So use the associative property in W. So T1 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on U bar plus T1 operating on V bar plus T2 operating on V bar. Now use the reverse definition of T1 plus T2. So this is T1 and T2 operating on U bar. So you can take T1 plus T2 in one bracket and then a vector U bar in another bracket. So this is T1 plus T2 operating on U bar. Why we have written this? Because the definition of T1 and T2 is T1 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on U bar. Similarly, this is T1 and T2 in one bracket. So T1 plus T2 operating on V bar. So we have T1 plus T2 operating on U bar plus V bar is T1 plus T2 operating on U bar plus T1 plus T2 operating on V bar. So this is T1 plus T2 is your new T. So T operating on U bar plus V bar is T operating on U bar plus T operating on V bar, and therefore first condition of linear transformation holds. Obviously, we have chosen arbitrary vector u bar and v bar, and this is true, and therefore you can say that this property is hold for any vectors u bar and v bar in vector space V. Let's see second condition. So let u bar belongs to V, the arbitrary vector, and k be any scalar. Then T1 plus T2 operating on k U bar. So apply the definition of T1 plus T2. So first operate T1 on KU bar plus T2 operating on KU bar. Again use the property of linear transformation. T1 is a linear transformation, so you can take K outside. So this is K outside, T1 operating on U bar. Likewise, for this T2 operating on KU bar, you can take K outside, T2 operating on U bar. Again, use the distributive property of vector space W, because these are vectors in W. So you can take K outside, and in bracket T1 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on U bar, and use the definition of T1 plus T2. So T1 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on U bar can be written as T1 plus T2 operating on U bar, and thus we have T1 plus T2 operating on, now in this case also this is your T. So T operating on K U bar is K outside, T operating on U bar, and therefore T preserved there. T is instead of T, we have T1 plus T2. So T1 plus T2 preserves the operation of scalar multiplication, and thus we conclude that T1 plus T2 is a linear transformation. Means the sum of two linear transformation is a linear transformation. On similar way as above, we can show that the scalar multiplication alpha T1 is a linear transformation. You can verify this is a linear transformation. This is important remark. The set of all linear transformations from vector space V to vector space W is denoted by L V comma W, L in open bracket V comma W, and is the set. This set is the collection of all linear transformation from V to W, and is a vector space with respect to addition and scalar multiplication of linear transformation as defined above. In particular, if the codomain W is a real vector space, then L open bracket V comma R is called linear function or linear forms, and usually this LVR is called a dual space. So remember this notation LVR. And what is that? This is the collection of all linear transformation from vector space V to R, and obviously this is also a vector space, and it is called as a dual space. Next property, if T from vector space V to vector space W is a linear transformation, then T operating on 0 bar is 0 bar, where 0 bar in LHS is 0 element in V, and 0 bar in RHS is 0 element in W. So that 0 element may be different. Second condition, T operating on minus of U bar is minus sign outside, T operating on u bar, and that is true for every u bar in vector space V. And third condition, P operating on u bar minus V bar is P operating on u bar minus P operating on V bar, and this is true for all u bar V bar in vector space V. So let's prove this. So first of all, we have given that T from V to W is a linear transformation. First condition, we know that we have already proved in our unit number 2, vector space, section 1, 0 dot u bar is a 0 vector, 0 bar. Now apply T on both sides. So T operating on 0 bar is same as T in bracket. This 0 bar can be replaced by 0 dot u bar. Now T is a linear transformation and here 0 is a scalar. So you can take this scalar outside, T operating on u bar. But 0 multiplied by any vector is a 0 vector, so that is equal to 0 bar, and therefore we must have T of 0 bar is 0 bar. Second, as T is a linear transformation, so T operating on K u bar is K outside T operating on u bar, and therefore T operating on minus u bar can be written as T operating. Now this minus u bar can be written as minus 1 into u bar. Now this is a scalar, so you can take minus 1 outside, minus 1 T operating on u bar. Why we did this? Because T is a linear transformation and this can be written as minus of T u bar. So T of minus u bar is, you can take minus sign outside and T operating on u bar. And third case is, as T is a linear transformation, so we must have T of u bar plus V bar is T operating on u bar plus T operating on V bar, and therefore T operating on u bar minus V bar is same as T operating on u bar. Now this minus V bar can be replaced by plus of minus V bar. Now T is a linear transformation, so this can be written as T of u bar plus T of minus V bar. In the second condition, we have proved that T of minus u bar is minus T u bar. So here you can take minus sign outside. So this is T u bar minus T V bar. So remember that T operating on 0 bar is always 0 bar. T operating on minus u bar, you can take minus sign outside T of u bar, and T operating on u bar minus V bar is same as T operating on u bar minus T operating on V bar. So these are also important properties of linear transformation. Let's see example. So let u1, u2, u3 be vectors in a vector space V, and P from V to R3 be a linear transformation for which we are given P u1 bar is 2 minus 1 1, P of u2 bar is 3 0 2, and P operating on u3 bar is minus 2 1 3. We have to find P of 4 u1 plus u2 minus 3 u3. So write down the given things. We have linear transformation and we have the images of u1 bar, u2 bar and u3 bar, and therefore T operating on 4u1 plus u2 minus 3 times u3. So T is a linear transformation. So here directly 4 is a scalar. So you can take 4 outside, T of u1 bar plus sign is there plus T of u2, and now this minus 3 you can take outside, minus 3 times T of u3 bar. So just put T of u1 bar here. So 2 minus 1 1. T of u2 bar is 3 0 2 and T of u3 bar is minus 2 1 3. So multiply 4 inside. Here multiply minus 3 inside, and now make the addition in R3. So you will get T of 4u1 bar plus u2 bar minus 3u3 bar is 17 minus 3 minus 17 minus 7 minus 3. So 8 plus 3 plus 6, then minus 4 plus 0 minus 3, and the last component is 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 minus 9 is minus 3. So we can compute the image of vector like this. So next topic, composition of linear transformation. So let capital U, V, W be vector spaces. Let T1 from vector space U to vector space V and T2 from V to W be linear transformation. Then the composition map of T2 with T1. So here composition of T2 with T1 is possible and it is denoted by T2 composite T1. So T2, this O is there and T1. So you have to read this as T2 composite T1 and is the map T2 composite T1 from vector space U to W is defined as T2 composite T1 operating on U bar is T2 outside first operate T1 on U bar. So this must be the vector of vector space V. So let me explain this. So suppose this is your vector space U, this is your vector space V and this is your vector space W. So from U to V, your T1 is a transformation and from V to W, transformation is T2. Now, if U is a vector, so let this is your U, then if you operate T1 on U, so this will goes to a vector space V. So this must be the element of vector space. So this is T1 of U. So now operate. So you can operate T2 on the elements of V. So you will get the element in W as T2 and this is T1 operating on U. So remember, and this is the composition map from U to W. So composition map from U to W, but which composition? T2 composition T1. So remember this definition, T2 composite T1 operating on U is T2 outside first T1 operate T1 on U bar and whatever vector in V, then operate T2 on that element. So you will have this element in a vector space W. So let me erase this. So remember this is a composition map and further we are going to show that this composition is also a linear transformation under the condition is that T1 and T2 are the linear transformation. So if T1 from vector space U to V and T2 from V to W are linear transformations, then the composition map T2 composite T1 from, this is important, from vector space U to W defined as T2 composite T1 operating on U is T2 outside, T1 operating on U bar, and this is true for every, this is for any U in small u in vector space capital U, and this is a linear transformation. So let's prove this. So we have given that T1 and T2 are linear transformation. We have also given the definition of composition map and we show that T2 composite T1 is a linear transformation. Means T2 composite T1 is preserves the operation of addition and scalar multiplication. So for addition, take any two vectors U bar and V bar in vector space U. So T2 composite T1 operating on U bar plus V bar. So apply the definition. So T2 as it is, T1 operating on U bar plus V bar. Now T2, keep T2 as it is, operate T1 on U bar plus V bar. Since T is a linear transformation, T1 is a linear transformation, so T1 preserves the addition. So this can be written as T1 operating on U bar plus T2 operating on V bar. Now these are the elements in vector space V. Now you can apply T2. So T2 operating on T1 U bar plus T2 operating on T1 V bar. The reason is that T2 is a linear transformation. Now use the reverse definition of T2 composite T1. So this first term is T2 composite T1 operating on U bar. The second is T2 composite T1 operating on V bar. And thus we have T2 composite T1 operating on U bar plus V bar is T2 composite T1 operating on U bar plus T2 composite T1 operating on V bar. So first condition hold. Now second, let U bar be any vector in vector space capital U and K be any scalar, and therefore T2 composite T1 operating on K U bar is, apply the definition of composition map. So T2 as it is, first apply T1 on K U bar. Now T1 is a linear transformation, so you can take this K outside. So this is K T1 operating on U bar. Now T2 is a linear transformation, so you can take this K outside. So K outside, T2 operating on the T1 U bar, and apply the reverse definition of T2 composite T1. So this can be written as T2 composite T1 operating on U bar, and thus we have T2 composite T1 operating on K U bar is K outside T2 composite T1 operating on U bar. So this is true for any U bar in the space U and for any scalar K, and therefore by this condition number 1 and condition number 2, we conclude that the map T2 composite T1 is a linear transformation. So remember this proof. This proof is very easy. So remember this. Let's see example how to find the composition map. So let T1 from R2 to R2 be a linear transformation such that T1 operating on xy is x plus y, comma y, and T2 from R2 to R3 be a linear transformation such that T2 operating on xy is 2xy and then x plus y. So find formula for T2 composite T1. So we have the composition map T2 composite T1 from, now T1 from R2 to R2 and T2 from R2 to R3. So we have composition map T2 composite T1 from this domain to this codomain R2 to R3. So let xy belongs to R2. So T2 composite T1 operating on xy is, use the definition of composition map. So it is T2 outside T1 operating on xy. Now we have given the definition of T1 of xy. So this is addition of x and y, and second component as it is y. So this is x plus y and y. Now T2 operating on, this is new x and this is new y. So apply the definition of T2. So T2 is 2 times this new x. So 2 times x plus y. Middle component is y component as it is, and the third component is new x plus y component. So simplify this. So you will get 2x plus 2y. Middle component is y, and the third component is x plus 2y. And thus we have a formula for T2 composite T1 as operating on xy is 2x plus 2y. Middle component is y, and the third component is x plus 2y. So this is similar to a function composition. So we can find the composition of given transformation. So this is exercise. You have to find formula for the composition map T2 composite T1 and T1 composite T2. So using this example, you can find formula for this composition map. So up to this, we have seen properties of linear transformation. Let's stop here.